We're good?
Yep. No, we're not. No, your mic's not. Go ahead.
Okay. So, how do I feel about this case and this sentencing? I feel that it's extremely unfair, given that Mr. Manning tried to go through proper avenues to report this to his superiors and whatnot, and was basically hidden and swept under the rug. So, I think that 35 years is it's just a little bit much. It sets a horrible precedent for other journalists and whatnot who are trying to release information that might not be ideal for the U.S. and their interest to have released, but still are trying to, report to the betterment of society. Those people are now not going to feel as comfortable reporting those things. It's going to cause problems with people's interpretation of our nation as safe and as fair and equal and whatnot. Not that those things weren't already in question, but now it's much more concrete that here's a young man who even was remorseful for what ended up happening, what's happening to him, and he's still getting sentenced to 35 years just on the whim of some judge. So I don't think it's a very beneficial verdict, and I don't think that it is setting a very good precedent for this country.
I'm going to make a liar out of myself and ask a question.
Okay.
So he's getting credit for time served. It's a little more than 3 years.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Who cares? 3 years is 3 years next to 35 years. Well, 32 years and 35 years, not really that. I mean, it is a big difference, and talking about parole within 10 years and whatnot. It's more of the point of you're putting away this kid and he is a kid who's no older than I am, and it's just not fair. It's really just not a fair ruling. It's really damning. It's just throwing this kid under the bus because the U.S. didn't get what they wanted out of a situation. It seems like it's vengeful almost.
You guys want to swap?
Yeah, sure.
Ty's turn. You can sit in a tiny chair. I don't know why it's so tiny. I'm sorry. All right, so tell me your thoughts. What do you think about the 35-year sentencing?
Well, I mean, I don't...
Move up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like it's too terribly different from how I felt about it about a month ago when they were trying to give him like 136 years or something. And because they're still destroying his life. They're still making an example of him. He won't be the same, I think, after spending that much time in prison. Even if he does, I mean, it's a little bit better than it was before, because now there's the possibility that within 10 years he could have parole. But I mean, I still think, and even like the 3 years time that they're taking off of his sentencing, he still didn't get a speedy trial. And like these war criminals are still out free for killing civilians and reporters and the like. And meanwhile we're making an example of Bradley Manning, who just told the truth.